But we may be seeing the formulation of a game plan and tactics from this training footage from Gervonta Davis.
Anybody that gets in the ring with Tank that is not a damn dinosaur is going to feel something from him. And it ain't going to be easy to hit him.
Gervonta Tank Davis has the boxing world on edge after new training footage revealed a terrifying transformation ahead of his upcoming fight with Jake Paul. The undefeated champion appears stronger and more explosive than ever, showcasing a bulked-up physique and ferocious power in the gym. Fans are calling this the most dangerous version of Davis yet, and Jake Paul might be stepping into the ring with a monster in peak form. Davis, who has built a reputation as one of the most explosive punchers in modern boxing, is no stranger to going viral. From brutal knockouts to his signature calm-before-the-storm demeanor, he's long been one of the sport's most intimidating figures. But this new footage hits differently. In past camps, Davis focused on speed, accuracy, and movement, the hallmarks of his lightweight dominance. This time, however, everything about him looks bigger, meaner, and more calculated. The usually compact fighter now appears to have added several pounds of lean muscle, and the result is both impressive and frightening.
My biggest fear, I never want to get embarrassed. You know?
What you mean? How would you get embarrassed?
As far as like me not doing my job, feel me? Like I'm not worrying about nobody else because I know skill for skill, none of these guys can match me. Nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game, well, I take it right hand in hand. But skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody. Like talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting on TV.
So what that got to do with you being, I guess, embarrassing? Like, because again, we see you make posts on a story like the fight not happening. Like,
cause I don't never want to like me not doing my job like all the way, like me not training all the way, me not, you know. So that's what made me like. So I was supposed to been in camp, you know, and I wasn't in camp. So it was me like, all right,
okay.
It pissed me off so bad that I was like, all right, I don't even want to fight no more.
Former heavyweight contender Eddie Chambers cautioned Jake
that something like this can happen, but this is social media. This is what is created. There's a lane that Jake Paul has created. Honestly, I'm not mad at him for it. He's gotten a lot of fighters and, you know, actual fighters some shine. It also has done for women's boxing a lot. So I'm not mad at him for what he's been in boxing and what he's created. This is a little crazy right here. This is a little crazy. And a lot of people will say, Tank is too small. Let me tell you something. Anybody that gets in the ring with Tank that is not a damn dinosaur is going to feel something from him. And it ain't going to be easy to hit him. Got boxing IQ. He may not sound like an intellectual guy when you hear him talk, but he knows the ring inside and out. So there's nothing that Jake Paul can do aside from make it extremely ugly by grabbing him and probably trying to throw him to the ground. I don't know what else, bite him. I don't know, but I mean, the skill level alone. Now, of course, there is a size difference, a height difference and all that, but he's just going to struggle so much landing a shot. You know, it's just going to look bad. To me, this is the way I see it. It's going to look bad. Tank is going to be too fast. And the punch, I believe, I'm not saying it's going to knock him out or, you know, but he's going to feel it.
Davis is sending a chilling message ahead of his Jake Paul fight, claiming he could take down a 300-pound man with no fighting experience. Known for his explosive power and lightning-fast hands, Davis isn't exaggerating. It doesn't matter how big he is, Tank said in an interview. If he doesn't know how to fight, I can handle him. Skill beats size every time. The undefeated lightweight champion emphasized that boxing isn't just about strength, it's about timing, technique, and precision. While a 300-pound opponent might have raw mass, Davis believes his speed, agility, and knockout power would make him virtually untouchable.
What do you think is the minimum weight of someone that could beat you in a fight?
Minimum weight?
Yeah. Say someone's like 250.
Yeah, probably like 250, 220 or some shit like that.
With no experience?
Yes, sir.
Someone with no experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hell no. They gotta have experience to beat me.
No, but like a 300 guy, no experience. You think
Nah, I'm whooping that ass. I'm whooping that ass for sure.
Despite Davis's terrifying new training footage and bulked-up physique, many fans and analysts still believe he's simply too small to beat Jake Paul. Standing at just 5 feet 5 inches and having fought most of his career at lightweight, Tank would be giving up significant height, reach, and weight to the naturally bigger Paul. Critics argue that no matter how muscular Davis looks, physics still matter in the ring, and Jake's 190-pound frame could absorb more punishment than Davis expects.
All of a sudden, we want to know, who will win in this fight? Jake Paul or Tank Davis? It's a legit question. And I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win. Because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
Personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank too little.
I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. That weight class is for a reason.
Davis
that weight class is for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70-pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135-pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30-pound, 20, 30-pound difference, bro, if you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30-pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen versus Jake and Tank.
Many fans are already comparing the upcoming Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight to the infamous Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather exhibition, another classic case of size versus skill. Just like Mayweather, Davis is the smaller, more technical, and vastly more experienced fighter, while Jake, like his brother, relies on size, power, and aggression. In the Logan versus Mayweather bout, the massive size difference kept Logan standing, but Mayweather's precision and timing still dominated the fight.
Jake Paul, Tank Davis fight got moved to Miami.
I think Jake wins.
Jake's just so big, dude.
I think Jake wins.
This is different because it's similar. It's similar to Logan versus Mayweather, but Jake Paul boxing now obviously is way more advanced than where Logan was at that moment in time.
I mean, it's just fucking sick.
I mean, yeah, no, but dude,
Did
Jake,
you ever watch his highlights?
Jake can crack,
nasty,
man.
He's so sick. I love that guy, bro.
Boxing analyst Aid Oladipo shared a critical perspective on the fight, arguing that it's happening too early in both fighters' careers. He noted that unlike Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, who fought in an exhibition after their prime years, Davis and Paul are still in their athletic peaks. Oladipo believes this matchup, driven more by spectacle than legacy, could distract both fighters from more meaningful challenges ahead. He suggested the bout would make more sense later, once they've accomplished more in their respective divisions. For now, he sees it as an unnecessary detour that risks overshadowing their true potential and long-term goals in the sport.
Whether you agree with it or not, Gervonta is considered the #1 lightweight in the world. And it's a division that includes Shakur Stevenson, a lot of young guns coming up. I'm not any more sure if it's going to include Keyshawn Davis, but it's a hot division. He's considered #1 in that division. Like, that's why I kind of find this a bit, I don't know. Like, there are challenges out there for Gervonta. There are big money fights out there for Gervonta. We want to see Gervonta in those fights. Again, I don't know how many fights people want to see AJ in, just to make the AJ Jake Paul comparison. One, as far as I'm concerned, that was Tyson Fury. I don't really have any interest in seeing an AJ in any other more fights. Whereas Gervonta Davis, I wanted and still do want to see him in so many more fights. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. These exhibition things are, like, really and truly, they should all be when your career's done. Like, when you think of Floyd versus Logan Paul, it's done, right? Floyd versus Conor. Did he have one more after? Was that it? I can't even remember. But it was right at the end. It was done. Right at the end. Even if it wasn't. Right at the end.
These guys having these exhibition fights in between what is the peak of their career is kind of weird for me. Very, very weird. And then it isn't even comparable to Ngannou Fury, because at least these guys were the same size. Like Jake Paul is a 215, 220 pound guy. I don't know what he walks around at. Gervonta fights at 135. I'm guessing he walks around about 155.
During the press conference, Jake Paul emphasized his physical advantages over Davis, specifically his height, reach, and overall size. He pointed out that Tank's aggressive, close-range fighting style leaves defensive gaps that Jake plans to exploit with longer reach and power shots from the outside. However, Jake also acknowledged that defeating Tank wouldn't automatically make him an elite boxer. Instead, he framed the fight as another step in his progression, a chance to prove he can compete with world-class opponents rather than instantly earn top-tier status. His comments were both strategic and humble, positioning himself as confident yet realistic, aiming to gain credibility through performance rather than hype or a single victory.